In Act First, we have seen opening of the play. Also, we have seen the setting of the play, battle between Norwegian army and Scotland army, the role of Macbeth and Macduff, the brave soldier of King Duncan, how they have defeated two Donalbian, the general in army of Norway. We also have seen the visit of three witches to Macbeth and Macduff. Both of them got the shock, as well as audience also got the shock by listening the prophecy of these three witches. We also have seen that the first prophecy regarding the Macbeth comes into the reality when Rose and Angus announces the decision of Duncan to make Macbeth a thing of quarter. Then Macduff and Macbeth comes to visit their king Duncan. They comes into the palace, and Duncan, as a generous king, announces that he will visit the castle of Macbeth to please him, to make him happy. Then we have seen the mind, we have studied, or we have seen the mind of Macbeth. He has written the letter to his wife, and in that letter he has presented everything what he feels regarding his position, his ambition, regarding the second prophecy of the witches. Lady Macbeth also push Macbeth to fulfill his second prophecy. We have seen Macbeth left the palace of Duncan before the king. He reached to his own castle, and there Macbeth and his wife, Lady Macbeth, decided to murder the king. Lady Macbeth was forcing him, but Macbeth was, we can say, ready to murder, but his heart is not supporting him, because he knows that it is against the morality, it is against the nature, and that's why he is in the state of confused. He did not become present to greet the king. So all these things we come to know in Act First. Now we have to see the Act Second of the play Macbeth. What is there in the Act Second? We come to, or we can say that Act Second is one of the main act in this play, because the main action of the play, means murdering the Duncan, is happened in this act. We also can say that this act is important because we come to know the real nature of Macbeth and Lady Macbeth, as well as the real nature of the play. So this act is very important from the point of act development. We can say a development of the theme, or we can say from the development of the character. So what happened in this act? Macbeth sees a vision of a bloody dagger floating before him, leading him to Duncan's room. See, We have seen in the first act, in the last scene, Macbeth was in the state of confusion. His heart is not supporting. To this, we can say a wrong act, we can say immoral act, we can say uh, socially, naturally not accepted deed. So he was in a confusion, he was in a dilemma what to do, whether to murder the Duncan or not to murder him. So, what happened? But his wife, we know, were forcing him, and that's why, in this state of confusion, we come to know that his character, we have seen in the first act, a noble soldier, but here we also comes to know that his character is a loose one. When there is something wrong, there is something against the nature, and that we come to know through in this act, because he was in a state of confusion. He was not ready to murder the king. Actually, he didn't murder, he didn't kill whose wife, his wife killed. See what he saw a vision. This is also one supernatural scene we have seen on the stage. A vision. What kind of vision? There is a dagger that was in the hand of Macbeth, and Macbeth was going to kill the Duncan in his bedroom, but the dagger comes out from his hand and it was floating in the air. It was floating and leading to whom? To Macbeth, to the room of King Duncan, to the bedroom of King Duncan. Duncan was in a deep sleep, we can say, in a sleep. He was taking the rest, and Macbeth was going there to kill him. But what happened? That scene was there. Actually, it might be the hallucination of Macbeth. It is not possible in this way, but writer Shakespeare have shown it on the in the play on the stage to show or to present the supernatural power. So that scene, the floating dagger scene, and leading Macbeth to the room of King Duncan. When he hears Lady Macbeth ring the bell to signal the completion of her preparation, Macbeth sets out to complete his part in the murderous plan. See, Lady Macbeth have planned everything. She has decided each and everything. Macbeth just following the instruction of his wife, Lady Macbeth. Macbeth was in hallucination. He was observing that dagger. At that time, Lady Macbeth ring the bell, and that bell suggest signal to Macbeth what everything is ready now. Lady Macbeth have completed her own action, her own preparation. Now, what is the duty of Macbeth? Macbeth's duty is to go and kill the king. So that bell signal to Macbeth, force Macbeth to go in the room and kill the king. Macbeth sets out to complete his part in the murderous plan. Macbeth also entered into the room. See, Lady Macbeth waits for Macbeth to finish the act of regicide. Macbeth enters, still carrying the bloody daggers. See what happened? Lady Macbeth was out of the room. She was waiting for the Macbeth. Macbeth was in the room of Duncan. That scene, murderous scene, is not presented on the stage, but he came back with the bloody daggers. And we come to know now Macbeth have killed King Duncan. See, Lady Macbeth again chastises him for his weak mindedness and plants the daggers on the bodyguards herself. See, Lady Macbeth have decided everything. She was the powerful in this act. Whatever was happening is happening because of her own instruction. Macbeth as a puppet just following everything, her instruction. Now what happened? He comes out from the room of Duncan by murdering him, and now Lady Macbeth again taunt him, tease him, and says him that and talk about his weak mindedness, means his weak character, not a what we can say confident, or what we can say not a brave character. In that way she was teasing to Macbeth. Again she make a second plan. She took the dagger from the Macbeth and keep that dagger in the hands of that two doorkeeper, two bodyguards, two bodyguards. While she does so, Macbeth imagines that he hears a haunting voice saying that he shall sleep no more. See, what kind of prophecy was there? Macbeth was already in the hallucination. He was in the what we can say loose mindedness. He was in the state of confused. He was saying that he was thinking that his mind, his heart is not supporting, and he comes to know that he has make, or he has committed a mistake. It is not approved by the society, socially approved, or nature will not allow it. That's why at the same time Lady Macbeth was doing all this thing, he listened the sound, one voice, and that voice is saying that Macbeth shall sleep no more. Macbeth shall sleep no more. Lady Macbeth returns and assures Macbeth that a little water clears us of this deed. What Lady Macbeth? Lady Macbeth was motivating him. Macbeth was supporting him and saying him that nothing will happen. We will come out of this plan. Just a little water will wash our hand, will clean our hands. In that way, she is saying to the Macbeth. As the Thanes, Macduff, and Lennox arrive, the porter pretends that he is guiding the gate to the hill. See, the porter was there, he was overdrunk. That Lady Macbeth have plotted against them, and she has make what we can say force them to take more wine, and they are now overdrunken and they are talking like a silly, they are talking like a what we can say silly sentences. So what he thinks, he is thinking that he is a guard on the gate of hell. So why that sentence, that image Shakespeare has presented here, we are not known, but actually it is true because the king have killed by his own soldier, and that's why that castle Inverness is not what we can say a real place, it is like a hell. Immediately thereafter Macduff discovers Duncan's dead body. Macbeth kills the two bodyguards, claiming that he was overcome with a fit of grief and rage when he saw them with the bloody daggers. Duncan's sons, Malcolm and Donalbain, fearing their lives to be in danger, flee to England and Ireland. Their flight brings them under suspicion of conspiring against Duncan. Macbeth is thus crowned King of Scotland. See what happened? Now Macduff and Lennox arrive because they are also not ready to sleep. They thought something bad is happening here. They arrived. There was a porter, the guard, and he is not ready to allow them to enter in the room of Duncan, in the room of king. He is saying that he is the guard of the hill. Immediately, what happened? Macbeth discovers that. Who discovers the dead body of king? Macbeth discovers the dead body of king. What he discovers? The dead body of king. Now Macbeth pretend he don't do anything. Kills the two bodyguards. Why he kills the two bodyguards? He wants to prove that these two bodyguards are the reason to for the murder of the king. He shows in a grief, he shows in a sorrow, with a fit of grief and rage when he saw them with the bloody daggers. Because there was a dagger near the bodyguard, and that's why he killed both the bodyguard. Now, what happened? Duncan's sons, Malcolm and Donald Bear, both of them come to know the reality. They understand the danger to them, and that's why they flee from England to the Ireland. And what happened? Macbeth took the benefit of this action, this deed of killing both the sons. And Macbeth announces to everyone, his courtier, that who are the murderer? Malcolm and Donalbain are the murderer, and that's why they have flown away. Their flight brings them under suspicion of conspiring against Duncan. Macbeth is thus now Macbeth become the king of Scotland. Now the second prophecy of the witch also comes into the reality.